Let's go.
Okay, what is going on, people? Welcome back to Motivational Moment Talks.
What it do?
It's a fantastic day, bro.
Yo.
It's a splendid day. Now, to start, for any recurring listeners, last week I said I was going to jump on the pod with coffee. I'm gonna cover the brand, but we went and got some coffee. So expect this to be the most energetic talk we've currently had. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a good one, bro. How you feeling?
Yeah, I had to kind of calm down because the coffee kind of sent me over the rails. Like, I almost passed out. Like,
Yeah.
It's been crazy week. It was a crazy week last week. The energies continue to move through week by week, and yeah, ecstatic, people. It's been amazing.
Yeah, for real. Has anything big happened for you this week? Anything popping?
What's been big? Yeah, big thing this week. Big thing for me this week is I'm getting a CCJ removed from my credit score. Whoa.
Big one. That's a big one.
So if you don't know what a CCJ is a county court judgment, and if you have one on your credit score, it can stay on your credit score for 6 years. If you don't know why you have a CCJ on your credit score, go to the debt helpline and they will help you on how to find out what it is. I had to pay a £20 fee. I found out what it is. It wasn't my fault. It's got to come off. Whoop. So yeah. There you go, little actual credit kind of tip. I'm not a financial advisor, I must admit. I'm not that guy, but I will help you out with general knowledge.
Bro, that's some very valuable information as well. That is some fantastic information. And
Right, bro.
it's great to hear that for you this week.
Yeah, man, wicked, man. What about you, man?
Bro, the week's been busy. The week has been, it feels like Friday has arrived and it was Monday yesterday. So,
Yeah, I feel like that.
Yeah, I had a very, very good productive work week. Got hella loads done. Got something done very big considering motivational moments, and me and you right here. So yeah, anybody listening, look on our Instagram and our YouTube channel within the next 2 to 3 weeks, because yeah, it's about to pop off. So that's very, very exciting. Other than that, bro, I can't lie, I've been taking it easy because I've been so busy with work, and then with that thing going on. So yeah, it's been a good week, but a chill week.
Yeah, man, that's wicked, bro. I know, obviously, we got some great, exciting news for us coming on Monday, which will be cool. Yep. We can't share that, but all in good time, people, all in good time. But yeah, so the whole topic for this week's actual podcast is all about getting ready for the lockdown.
Man like Boris is going to set us free. You've seen the memes, you've seen all of it, it's going on.
Yeah, gym's opening next month. Mm-hmm. June, everyone's talking about getting out there. Obviously, I work in construction. Everyone can't wait to go for a pint. It's actually jokes. I don't really care about a pint, but yeah, they can't wait to go for one. Mm-hmm. But yeah, people, how do you feel? Comment below. Tell us what you're planning to do. What's the first thing you want to do? What's the first place you might want to fly to? One thing I can't wait to do is do the Margate to Ramsgate walk, which is 8 miles along the coast. I was talking to one of the guys that work on my site. He lives in Ramsgate, and he's saying you actually have to time it because of the actual tide times.
Oh yeah, it comes in. You don't want to get caught.
Yeah, exactly. He said there's parts you can't actually walk unless you plan it. He says he's only ever done an hour and then he walks back, but he said even that, he said it's a beautiful walk, absolutely beautiful walk. So I can't wait for us to actually go down and do that walk. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, wicked, and we'll definitely record it for all you lovely people to be able to hear as well. So that's something that's a big thing. That's really exciting, bro. It's funny. I was gonna kick this off with saying, what are you most excited about coming out of lockdown? What are you most excited to do? I feel like you've already answered it with talking about the gym and talking about that walk. Yeah. Is there anything in particular outside of those two that we've already listed that you are really excited to get back to?
So obviously football's coming back. To be fair, I'm more excited what I'm gonna do off the field than do on the field.
Okay. Do you care to elaborate, or are we?
Do I want to give it all? So yeah, I know some of you might have seen I did a little competition on Next Gen Coverage, a new platform that I'm going up. At the minute, it's just about showcasing the young talent around the actual UK. It's not just American football based. I'm trying to just branch it out for sports athletes completely. So yeah, we're going to see that. But more on that will be revealed soon. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to get a few more things into place and then yeah, get that going.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But what about you? What are you most excited for, man?
Bro, you know what? First of all, I think you hit the nail on the head. Football. Like, to get back to football has been a prolonged journey for me, bro. I haven't hit a football field properly in 3 years. So, like, for me, this is this is the long return. Like, this is the reason that my hair, anybody who's watching instead of listening, this is the reason my hair is so long, is because I'm growing it until I get back on that field. So, bro, we could be seeing the end of the hair soon. So, I don't know about it, because it's very popular. A lot of people like it. It's become a part of my identity and my own personal brand.
Yeah, I definitely say that.
But at the same time, you know, I said I was going to grow it until I get back on the field, but like, I might keep growing it. We'll see what happens. So football is definitely a big one. Another one I think is international travel, bro. Like, I have 100%. I have missed being able to go. You know, I travel a lot with work anyway.
Yeah.
And also, me and you have been planning what seems like an international travel for maybe like, feels like 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that we potentially have the chance to do that, bro, that's one of the most exciting things for me. So yeah, definitely travel and football. That's 100% got to be it.
Yeah, it's like I said last week on last week's episode, that I do feel that momentum's changed, and I feel come after June, I think we're gonna have a very big momentum push.
Yeah.
Again, because I think everything's gonna be open, and I think we're gonna be at a point with this, with all our other things, where we're gonna be so busy and traveling. Where it's just going to be amazing.
Yeah. It's moving forwards, and we're moving forward. You know? And that's it feels like the timing is coming. Now, obviously, we're going to put a disclaimer out. Be careful. Like, just because lockdown is over, it doesn't mean coronavirus has disappeared and gone away. You know, the rules are there for a reason. We're there for everything's there for a reason, and we're all excited. But I don't want to get ill, because I got too a bit crazy and was like drinking other people's water in the gym or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, some people do crazy stuff like that.
It's true, it's very true.
So that's something obviously that we need to put as a disclaimer. We're not out here endorsing for you guys to just go out and start kissing everybody and all this craziness.
Yeah, don't do that.
That some people be doing when they go to festivals and all the madness.
Don't do that.
So, not that. But at the same time, making the most of it, because something we touched on last week was about mental health when it came to social media. I think some mental health has taken a massive hit, but also a step forwards when it comes to lockdown. I think a lot of people are much more aware of their mental state because they've been forced inside for a prolonged period of time. But also a lot of people have suffered because they haven't had that boost of mood when it comes to socializing, when it comes to being proactive and productive and doing things like going to the gym and training properly. So one thing that I think is really important is that when people come out, they need to be aware of this change in state, because it was that change in state last time that caused some troubles. We want to be ready for that change in state again. You know, don't rush back out there as you've been used to being inside 6 days, 7 days a week. Don't rush back out there 6-7 days a week as well to get that fix, because you might not be ready for it. Take time and adapt. You know, we're about to be in a massive point of transition, and we've all got to take care of our minds and our bodies.
Yeah, and just going off that, it's always like, I went out for a walk around the city. I think was it last Saturday, and I felt literally I was just coming out of concert. And I was literally just walking down by the river, not too far from here, along Westminster Bridge, and it's like it was so busy, and I was like, are people taking the precautions still? Like, yeah, you're in an open space, so yeah, they might say you can't transmit as easy, but I think people just need to remember, we're getting out of lockdown, but people still will be dying.
Yeah, of course.
People have died, and I think the big thing behind all of this is for people to realise health is wealth.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah? Because this whole thing has all been about, the vulnerable. You don't know who's vulnerable about it. And I think a lot of people have been staying in and doing more home workouts. And I think the gyms are going to do very well from this, because a lot more people are going to say, well, you know what, I suffer from asthma, or I wasn't breathing properly before Corona. Maybe it's time to make that change. And it'd be great to see that, and a lot of people to start actually exercising more, actually taking care of their bodies a little bit more, thinking about what they're eating, what they're actually consuming into their body. And it'd be great to see that actual change happen as well. So I think really, back on what you said, people just need to think about more of their actual choices, what they're going to be doing when it does open, and don't rush into anything too crazy. Yeah,
that's exactly it. Don't rush into anything, because that could be the trap. Everybody's like, I've already seen at least 100 memes of like, when it comes to June 12th, I'm going to be out partying and all that, and it's like, that is a recipe for disaster if you haven't done it for ages. It's like, when I was put on furlough in the halfway through last year, right? And when I came back to work, I tried to work 4 days straight in a row, and my brain was like, hang on, I haven't done this for so long, I'm not used to it. And people need to realise that you need to train your brain as much as you need to train your body, right? Your brain needs to be prepared and able to handle the stresses you're going to put it under. So if you're out here ready to go out and go crazy and see 100 people in one night, we haven't done that in how long? And also, it's not going to come back so naturally like that. So we need to take take care of ourselves, be ready to be overwhelmed at certain times by what's going to come at us, because it will run up on us, it will sneak up on us and potentially cause a challenge, but nothing that we can't overcome for sure.
And again, what you said, that there's things that people don't know what it's going to be like for a while, because like for instance, I've been working for pretty much the whole of this actual pandemic. And now what they bring into like my work is that everyone gets tested every Wednesday. So every Wednesday you're supposed to go for a test to see if you basically transmitted the coronavirus, and see if it's gone through. And I don't like it because I don't find it's a very weird feeling having that test. I don't actually like it. And like my boss told me, he does it every Sunday for his family, because he's still got to go home around his family.
Oh yeah, of course.
So he says he doesn't do it on site because every Sunday he has that test anyway. And that's just in one industry. People don't know, are you going to have a rapid test before you go to a concert? Are you going to have a rapid test before you enter certain places when you go shopping? Like at the minute, it's nothing like that. But they say this vaccine's going around and people don't want to take the vaccine. Some people taking the vaccine. But if you don't take the vaccine, does that mean everywhere you go, you might have to have a test? So people got to start thinking about what exactly do you want to do in the long run. Yeah,
of course. I think, and also it's awesome that you bring up work, because work is about to, I think, change for a lot of people. First of all, there are some absolute champions like yourself who've been working all the way through this. There've been people who've been working at home at their desks who haven't gone outside for ages. And there are people who've been on the front lines every day, and you're one of them. So first of all, you're a legend, but also anybody else who's been doing that is incredible. Do you know what I mean? Anybody else who's been out here, because it's scary, you know. And some people have to support themselves. So shout out to them. But also, it's very interesting, I think, to see the change in the workplace atmosphere. For me, a person who works in a desk-based job, you know, I have potentially been told by my employer that we're not going to return to our offices until January 2022.
Crazy.
So to go from, there was a time when I was either at a desk in an office, in my car going onto a site, going to like out in the field to work, or getting a plane to go somewhere. To go from that to when we're next up allowed to leave again, to not even working anywhere away from home until 2022 is a fascinating concept to me. That and also I've seen some companies go as far as like Twitter have gone as far as to say, you never actually need to come into the office. The only times you might need to come to the office are for when you need your tech fixed, when you're getting hired, and when you're getting promoted. Like, if Twitter are out here saying that, that's incredible.
So, and that's the thing, when you really think about it, all these actual social media or these social platforms, if everything's done online, what do you need an office for?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the challenge, is like, in a company which is all online, do you need an office space? It's
like everyone thinks about Google, Facebook, oh, have you seen their head office? But really, the head office for who? The tech guys.
Now, you know what, actually, this brings me on to a question that I'm gonna ask you. If you could, would you prefer to work for a company where you never go in and you always work at a desk from home or whatever, where you always work from home, you never meet the people you work with, or if every day you have to go into the office?
So, I'm an open guy, so I could easily just work anywhere. But going off that, people might think this is unreal, but my cousin told me about a guy that's a photographer. Now, this guy's photographer with his wife have not lived in a house, or not in a house, have been travelling constantly for the last 2 years.
Wow.
So they've not stayed anywhere permanent in the last 2 years. And I was like, so where's their postcode? Well, I'm thinking like, well, what do you need post for if you're not really? You must have an address, but you don't actually stay anywhere. Because they've just been constantly travelling. And I'm thinking like, that'd be amazing though.
So you just said scrap either of those options. I'm just gonna live on the land. I like that. I like that.
Because for me, if I can stay at home, if I can work from my laptop goes wherever I go.
It's true.
So that would be my thing. I don't think I'd go to the office.
Really? Okay, that's fascinating. And I guess, you know, like you said before, there are people who don't need to. There are people who work for companies on the other side of the world.
Exactly.
Like, because if you can find the talent somewhere else, you don't need to have them in there. If they can do the same job at the same level, you don't need to pay for any of those things to facilitate them being there. So that's, I think, just an interesting change that might be coming to workplaces going forward. But also that's a challenge, because I know a lot of people who have struggled with the lack of socialization. And if I'm honest, I'm one of them. Like, I loved going into the office and just talking nonsense and having a great time and going for lunch with people, do you know what I mean? And the fact that some people might need that structure to get that level of socialization. Some people, if they don't have a workplace or they don't have an office, they might never go out and share lunch with people. Do you know what I mean? They might just happily, and that's fine. But also, some people really struggle with that.
That's it. I think some people do struggle with the whole routine and not having a routine, so they need it to go in. And I think that's what a lot of people see now. Like, they've been married for 25 years, and now you've been around your partner for 2 years straight when you've not had that break.
Yeah.
People thinking like, oh, should I have been married to this person? And I think it's put a lot of pressure on relationships, and so I think definitely some people need that structure. But where I guess people, me and you, we create our own structure.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's what it's all about. Is like, can you create your own structure? Do you need someone to structure you?
Yeah.
So it's a massive thing,
bro. And that's, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but that is something that is 100% something that I think a lot of people have built out of this.
Yeah.
The fact that they can self-structure is a new skill for so many people.
Oh yeah, of course.
But 3-4 months into this lockdown, people are like, oh, I'm feeling rough and I don't know why. And then they start to realise, oh, it's because I don't have that same level of stability or structure or strategy within my life. And they go away and they're like, you know what, if nobody's going to do it for me, I have to do it. And I think out of this, we're going to see a lot more independence and a lot more people taking it on themselves to structure themselves. And see it as an opportunity for that. See it as a chance to take the structure you've built for yourself and, you know what, implement it in the rest of your life. Implement it in your outward facing life, which you're about to go back to, because you never know the results you can get just by using that implemented structure.
And so I want to share something now. It's like,
let's go.
So what you're talking about is structure and building structure. Is in a lot of jails, when let people go to prison, right?
Yeah.
You're woken up at a certain time.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of prisoners hate to be woken up at that time because, like, what are you waking me up for? I can't go nowhere.
Yeah.
But what they don't understand is you're woken up, say 7:30, 8 o'clock for a reason, because in jails people go to work or you go get your meds or whatever. But you don't understand, 8 o'clock, 7:30 is the normal time for when people get up to go for a job. So where you think I'm just being woken up for no reason, you don't understand, it's stimulating your mind for the day you get released, where you might get a job and you need to get up. If you spent the last 10, 15 years waking up at any time you want, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, midday, how are you going to structure yourself when you go out back into civilization? And that's a whole beginning of structure, but some people don't actually see it like that. They just see it, don't see the learning from it. They just see, you're just waking me up for no reason.
Yeah. You know what, first of all, I didn't know, of course, it makes sense now, but I didn't know that there was this forced wake up time, which is something that's, first of all, incredible to know. It's incredible insight into that. But also, you're completely right. It provides that forced structure on you to go out and live a life. It's preparing you to go and live a life, and that's incredible. But, also, it just means you can be more productive in the day. Even if you are in your own brain, I think people don't realise, and this is more than just, no matter where you are in the world, people don't realise their brain is the most powerful tool they can ever possibly have. 100%. And the best way you can utilise that is by getting up at the right time with a structured sleep regimen, and then using this tool right here endlessly.
Exactly.
And that's absolutely fantastic and a fascinating insight. So thank you for that, bro. Now I'm gonna throw some questions at you. This is
cool.
Start for question time.
Question time.
I don't know if you guys can tell we've got a lot of caffeine in us right now. That coffee going crazy.
Yep.
So I already mentioned this. I said when you asked me what is the thing that I'm most looking forward to after lockdown was traveling, right?
Yep.
So my first question for you and then for me is, what is the first country you're gonna go to once these borders are unlocked?
Fingers crossed, if everything goes right, LA.
Oh, he said the whole United States of America.
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hidden reasons, can't let you know. Sorry, just have to wait and see.
He said Hollywood. He said Tinsel Town. He said I'm out there on the bay, living that life.
Yes, sir.
Tell Steph Curry I said, what's good, bro? That's fantastic. You know what? For me, first of all, that's a lit. Like, LA is just a place that I definitely want to go. I've been to the airport.
Yeah.
LA airport, LAX, great airport, some very friendly staff in the airport, and that's all I can say, but a fantastic airport. For me, the first place I want to go, it's actually crazy that you say it, because me and a very, very good friend of mine, Ethan, my bro, we played a game together called Far Cry 5, right? And this was in the first lockdown, and it was about this guy this kind of crazy guy who'd overtaken a part of this state, and was kind of running his own like cult. Do you know what I mean? And you know, there was crazy things going on there. It's a game. It's a shoot 'em up. You know, you got to beat the bad guy. So there's a lot of violence and crazy things.
Yeah.
But whenever like we were on a mission or we were driving around, I was always like, this is so beautiful. Like the forests and the hills and the mountains. And I was like, is this place really like this? And so I googled it, and it's the state of Montana.
Okay.
And it's just empty, bro. There's like a couple thousand people in the state of Montana, but it's massive, and it's on the border to Canada. So it's mountains, it's forests, it's lakes, it's rivers.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Sounds serious.
the second I'm allowed to, I'm heading out there. I don't care if it's on my own or with people, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna walk through the forest and the wilderness.
I'm
Bro,
down.
let's go.
I'm down.
So yeah, that's what I'm on. You know what? We can do this pre-LA. So we'll fly to Montana, spend a couple weeks in Montana, and then you can go do your thing in LA, and I'll just stay in Montana waiting to finish that. But like, yeah, definitely Montana. I also partially potentially considered Athens, Greece, because I went there just before this lockdown, and I feel that there's more there for me. For the people watching, I got a tattoo there of a statue of Athena, which is the goddess that Athens is named after.
Okay.
There's some. I feel like I have a very strong connection there, and I definitely want to go back and see it again.
Yeah, Greece is beautiful. I've been to a few islands and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But just before we can move on, we're gonna shout out the boy Ethan in the back.
Beep, beep, beep.
Like this is what I'm saying. This is the kind of energy we like. Like he just there, and like you guys probably think like, who's that in the back? Listen. That's the logic behind motivational moments. Don't get twisted. Like, see the logical thinker? That's the guy right there. We the crazy ones, but he logic.
He got that focus.
Yeah, he the one that strings it up like whoop, whoop, done.
A regular voice on a podcast, working hard as it always is.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're getting back into this.
I got a question for you.
Oh damn! You got to hit me like that. Let's go.
Quick. So we talking about lockdown. We talking about getting back into the gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Who would you, out of these three people, like to have a workout with? Okay. We go with number 1, LeBron James.
Oh.
Number 2, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Oh.
And number 3, AD, Aaron Donald, baby.
Oh my! The way you threw AD in it, I knew who it was. When you said The Rock, I was like, no, it's got to be LeBron. Like, no disrespect to The Rock, no disrespect to Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That guy's a legend. But LeBron different. But when you threw AD in there, that man built different. And
he built different.
And like you see what he does. Like when he came into the league, he was told he was too short. He wasn't that guy. And since that moment, he's been that guy. He has been that guy, and like he is what being a defensive player is in football. Do you know what I mean? He represents endless grind, endless motor, and endless physical abilities.
Yeah.
But still, I'm gonna say LeBron. LeBron James for me is what athletes should be, and AD is there as well. Aaron Donald is there as well. But LeBron has been doing this.
I just throw a little spanner in the twist there.
It's incredible. It's incredible. But LeBron has been doing it for 18 years. Yeah. LeBron has been in and out of the gym through injuries, through different teams, different countries, built a family, and he still is in the physical shape to be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
And like that for me is unstoppable. And also like this man, the amount of quotes and anecdotes he would have, like we'd be in the gym like doing our thing, and the next thing you know, he'd be like, "Yeah, I was doing this workout with Kobe or whatever," and he'd be like, this man is just talking endlessly, and I know Aaron Donald has that to a level, and also The Rock obviously has that to a level. But LeBron, this man's in Space Jam too, yo. Yeah. This man has rings. So yeah, it's gotta be LeBron. What about you?
So
I think I know the answer to this one.
So I completely get the LeBron thing, and I think I'd like to spend a day in the life of LeBron where seeing him. Because I think his workout would be a whole day thing, because you'd see him work out in the gym, you see the rehab, you see the chef cooking up for him, and I think it'd be amazing to see it. But AD built different, bro.
AD built different.
Like when you built like that and you run in that speed, it's different.
Yeah,
it's different.
He's the only player I consistently see pick up offensive linemen and throw it. Like he throws offensive linemen.
So like I just want to share something here, right? So obviously AD won Defensive Player of the Year last season.
Yep.
And he got slated by JJ Watt.
Yep.
Because he said TJ Watt beat him in every category except one.
Yeah.
But yet, Aaron Donald is still the #1 double-teamed defensive player in the league. And his numbers are still insane.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say.
Yeah.
When you're the #1 double-teamed player in the league for countless seasons, don't talk to me.
Yeah, he's different. He is a team's game plan. Do you know what I mean? If you can't stop Donald, you don't have a chance. So teams have to game plan.
I think it's got to the point where teams actually say, okay, we ain't going to stop him, but we got to slow him down somehow, and they still can't.
Yeah. No, he's different. He's built different. Yeah. He's absolutely different. So I completely understand that.
Yeah.
That was an incredible question, bro. And I love that so much. Thank you.
No,
so okay, here's a question I got for you.
Okay, go on.
What is one thing you are going to take post-lockdown? What is one teaching you're going to take post-lockdown that you didn't have before lockdown started? What is the one lesson you're going to take with you and move into the future?
So in the 20 plus years of my life, I have not probably saved as much money as I've saved in the last 8 to 9 months.
Jeez.
And this is what I want to see what a lot of people do. There's a lot of people that have saved quite a lot of money being during lockdown. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen when things go back to normal? Are you going to go back to not having no money saved? Are you going to continue to save? Or are you just going to spend it all out once and act like nothing ever happened? Because for me, I want lockdown to finish, Brexit to be all over and done with, and see my savings go even higher.
I like that.
So that's going to be my number one thing to do post-lockdown, during lockdown, and for the foreseeable future, because saving in your 20s is probably the best thing you can do if you don't want to work till you're 65. That's what I'm going to say.
Wow, so that's pragmatic. That's not an ideal. That's not like a mind thing. That's just this is a fact. If I do this, I will get that end result, and I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah. That's really big. For me, I'm gonna take it more mindset wise. So we give the people a little bit of both.
Woo! Okay.
You know, we're giving them that money side. We're giving them the you can do this and you can come out better for it. And I'm gonna say, he said, "Comma club." He said, "Commas, let's go." And you know what I'm gonna take with me? I'm gonna take something real simple, and that is just to be more mindful, to be more aware of the space I'm in, the space that people, the people around me are in, and how I interact in those spaces. So, what energy do I provide to a room? You know, if I'm coming into a space and it's a happy conversation, it's a relaxed, calm conversation, and I come in on 100%, what does that do to that room? Does that mess up the conversation that's already happening, or does it add more? And if I'm coming into a room that's 100%, do I need to meet them at that energy level? Do I need to raise it, or could the whole conversation and the whole space be benefit from me bringing it down to 70%? And so, what I'm taking with me is a lesson that I've learned because I've been in close quarters with people I love very dearly. You know, when you're living with people and you're not allowed to leave constantly, and you're just spending endless time with them, you become so much more aware of the space you're in and how you interact in that space. So I'm going to take that lesson with me: is how do I tailor my energy? How do I create a bespoke energy to this space that I'm in? How do I create a bespoke energy to provide the most quality for every single person in the space I'm in? So that's a lesson I'm going to take.
That's nice. And I think going off that, it's just that whole thing of like you saying, what you're going to be like when you go into a room, or you're going to be 100, what does it do to the room? It's that whole thing of giving people that insight of what do you do when you first step in a room full of people?
100.
Or what do you do when you first step into a store? It's like, sometimes you go into a store going, I've only looked for this one thing, that's all I'm looking for, when you can find something better in that store that can suit better for the actual thing you need it for.
100%.
So it's that opening that mindset, like you're saying, and not fixating on that one thing when there could be a better option or a better way to get there.
100%.
So yeah, I love that, man.
100%. Bro, woo! We dropped some gems. I can't lie.
Let's go.
I'm not one to blow my own horn and pat my own back, but I feel like there was some value in there. So shout out to us, Comma Club. Let's get it. Okay, now I got a slightly different one, just so that people can get to know us a bit better. You know, we've done the kicks. We've done all of that. We've done tea or coffee, and that's why we got coffee here.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you, bro. What are the favorite ingredients you have in your favorite sandwich? What is your favorite sandwich of all time?
Bro, wait, okay. Before I answer that question, I got to ask a question with a question. I know some people don't like that, but I'm going to do that. Where you go get these questions from?
Bro, I thought of that this very day. I sat here about half an hour before you were going, and I was like, how can people get to know me and Fabian better? And I was like, you know what? It's got to be sandwiches. We did tea, coffee, we got to be sandwiches.
Alright. Does a toasty class as a sandwich?
Yeah, bro, it's bread. It's bread with
Alright, so, you know what? Yeah, I'm not like, I got shout out to my American cousins, because damn, like, through the lockdown, my cousin knows this as well,
Yeah.
I am a cat when it comes to a ham and cheese toasty.
Ham and cheese toast.
But I'm talking about on the grill.
Okay.
I'm talking about the grill dry. I'm not talking about get your little toasty.
You trying to ham into bacon?
Yeah, I'm explaining it right here. This is what you do. You buy the inside of the bread, both sides, right? You slap down your cheese one side, yeah? You slap down your ham on top of the cheese. You then close the sandwich, right? Then you get the knife and the butter and you butter the top side of the bread.
Yes, sir.
You get that whole sandwich, a nice little hot pan, non-stick, not too hot, you're not trying to burn the bread now.
Not too hot.
And it actually helps if you do the cheese side first.
Okay,
so you want to put the cheese side down with the butter on the outside of the bread down on top of that nice non-stick pan, nice and hot.
Fry that boy up.
Press that down. Nice low heat. You let it get nice and crispy. You start to see the cheese melt, everything. But while that's happening, you got to butter the top. Right? Because you got to flip this baby.
Okay, you
go. Yeah. So right, you're going to get your little spatula. Flip that over. You get that nice and crispy. You're gonna have nice golden, seeing it there. All the edges of the ham getting toasty. Yeah, all the cheese is nice and grilled, Jesus, man, it's tasting good right now. So yeah, once that's nice and golden on both sides, you're gonna take it off, put it on a plate, cut that, little sweet chili on the side.
Oh, sweet chili on the side?
Yeah, dip that in there, and you're good to go.
And you just
that's my sandwich, man.
I love that, bro. I love that, and I love the yo. You guys, I just want to show some appreciation for Fabian today. He provided a little bit of financial advice, and now he's providing that chefing advice. He said, if you guys want to have a fantastic, tasty snack, he just gave you a step-by-step, a play-by-play, and the ingredients.
I'm gonna tell you what. If you guys like that snack, yeah, comment below or like this video, and every podcast I'm gonna bring a new snack.
Oh, bro, don't do it to him. Don't do
days.
We might even start a section called Fabian Snacks.
Yeah, I tell you what, just give me 10 likes. That's what I need. Just 10 likes and I'll do it. That's how much I'm gonna do. I just need 10.
Let's
go. If you give me 100, I might do like 2 next time.
Oh god,
yeah? Alright, let's go.
For me, bro, you know what? I'm jumping on the same thing you jumped on with the toasted side.
Ooh, okay.
But there's a toasty. There's a toasty that I only found out about recently.
Okay.
My brother went to Australia, right?
Yeah.
So you might even know about this one. I don't know.
Country.
My brother just went to Australia, right? Well, not just went, but like this was like last year, January 2020, right?
Yeah.
And he came back and he was like, "I've had this toasty. I've heard about this toasty," and I was like, "Yeah, what is it?" And he goes, "It's called the mousetrap." And I was like, "The mousetrap? That doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound tasty. What are you talking about?"
Especially when you're talking about from Australia, because you know they eat there.
Them people crazy.
Yeah, they eat a lot out there. Okay.
So I was kind of worried. I was like, what does this involve? What does this entail? And he said, they have Marmite or Vegemite.
I'm done. I'm not involved. I'm not involved. He said Marmite. How you gonna start a snack with Marmite or Vegemite? I ain't even involved.
Bro, I don't eat pork, so I can't even eat your ham and cheese sandwich.
I hear you, but I'm telling you, just with the cheese, if you get some smoked cheese right now, it's still gonna be crazy.
But hear me out here, because it's Marmite, but guess what goes on top of that? A nice slice of cheese. And then you put that boy in the grill and let that boy heat up, and it's gonna be smooth. That's a mousetrap for you. It tastes incredible. Well, anybody here who likes Marmite, have a mousetrap.
So now you're gonna tell me the whole kitchen gonna smell like Marmite?
Ooh, I love it. I love it. I feel bad for my flatmate because I love those toasties right there, and I don't know if they appreciate Marmite like that.
You eat Marmite like that?
I don't really eat Marmite like that.
So I'd just like to apologise to Ethan.
I ain't gonna lie, we go for the Marmite in the trash.
Because I need this place smelling like Marmite every now and then, and I know he don't appreciate that. But
this is how I know Marmite's bad, right? This is how you know Marmite is trash. My cousin got Marmite links for Christmas. Has he used it? No.
I mean, I'm not. I like Marmite and I wouldn't use Marmite links. So that's
there you go.
That's in itself a bad thing.
And that's a shower job.
But
we talking about no.
But you know how Fabian just said 10 likes or whatever, 10 comments or whatever, and he's gonna bring snacks. Well, 10 likes, now 20 likes, and Fabian has to eat a mousetrap. 20 likes and Fabian has to have Marmite and cheese toasty, and we'll record it, we'll cook it up, we'll throw it on the YouTube, we'll throw it on Instagram, just to do that for the boy right there. So yeah, if you want to see Fabian eat something and he really don't want to eat, 20 likes.
Alright, so what we're gonna do? 40 dislikes, yeah. He ain't allowed to eat Marmite for 2 weeks.
What? Where should I take Marmite from? me. That's okay. That's fair. If I'm gonna make you eat my money,
That made me eat that, man. A lot of things around me eat that. But anyway, let's go. We moving on from the whole Marmite. Like,
bro, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
God. No, you know what? People always ask me, what don't you like? Because I pretty much eat anything out there, and Marmite just, bro, no.
It's good for you, you know. It's good for you.
You know what? So is Colliver, but no one ain't drinking it.
That's facts.
Alright, cool.
Okay, cool. So we had the sandwich conversation.
Yeah.
And now I just want to ask you, bro. What's the first thing you're gonna do when lockdown's over? The first thing, the day off. What's the first thing you're gonna do when lockdown's over?
When it's actually done. You know what? I might just go have dinner with my nan. You know.
That's real. That's so real.
Cause you know, like, obviously we didn't get to have Christmas.
Yeah.
My nan didn't want to do it because she weren't breaking the law.
No,
I know some people had the Christmas, so they didn't really get to have Christmas and that. But I think it'd be nice to just sit down and actually just eat dinner with my nan and just, catch up and everything. Obviously, I still speak to her and everything, but sitting down and not having a meal for a long while is different. And I think a lot of people should actually just take that second and maybe go see like love family that you've not seen through lockdown and sit down and have actually a meal or something or a drink with them.
Bro, that's beautiful. That's actually like,
that's what I'll do.
Genuinely, that's deep. For a second, I was expecting maybe go to the gym or do something like that. But the fact that you said that, like, it's deep, and that's what it is. Like, we're missing people right now for 100%, and people are missing us. And people who need us right now, we can't be there with them. So
this is it.
That's deep.
It. Like, I'll go see my nan and talk to her from the doorstep, but I don't go into contact with my nan just for the fact of I'm still working.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I might be healthy enough to take it and be able to be fine with like actually having the pandemic or whatever what you call it, the virus, and giving it to my nan. I don't think she'd be able to go through it. Cause my nan actually had the first vaccine not too long ago.
Woo! Shout out to your nan getting the first vaccine.
Yeah, and she was actually one of the not so many people that actually got ill from it.
Okay, yeah.
But they told her, they said, if you get ill from it, that means you benefit from it more. So it might have think like, so wow, so if you actually would have caught the virus, there's a chance that you most likely could be one of the people to die then, because you're saying if this vaccine works, you must have been actually better from actually getting it. And a lot of my nan's friends actually caught the virus and they got very poorly from it, and some of them actually ended up dying. So I completely feel it for my nan. So you're 100%.
And please take this as a message right now. If there is a loved one that you're missing, if there is a loved one that is on their own or in a more risky position than you, a more fragile position than you, reach out to them, give them a call. Literally, just share some love. Like, genuinely, sharing love is not celebrated enough in this world, and we definitely want to celebrate sharing love. So go. Don't be in their space, because we're not promoting breaking social distancing, but please share love. Genuinely share love, because that's one of the most important things we can do as human beings.
Yeah, because too many people wait till it's too late, and
100%.
you try to share the love when they're not around, and you don't want that to happen.
My favorite Kanye West bar, and then I'll tell you what I'm gonna do first thing. But my favorite Kanye West bar is, if you appreciate someone, you should go ahead tell them, because people rarely get the flowers while they can still smell them. And that's exactly what you just said there. So send people love when you can.
Bars.
Bars. They're not my bars, they're Kanye West bars, but shout out to Kanye West.
One of the greatest of all time, I don't care what it says.
Yes, sir. Always. So the first thing I'm going to do, and it's very similar to you, is actually share a lunch with my family.
Nice.
Share a lunch with my family, because, I miss them, I love them, and I genuinely just want to have that time together, you know? I think it's that as simple as that. Same things you said, like, our family and our close ones are important to us.
Yeah. So I'm going to share something with you in the views as well. It's like my family, I got a very, very big family on my mum's side and my dad's side.
Yep.
And like my nan has 13 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Now, every Boxing Day from I can remember, the whole family, so all her brothers and sisters normally meet up in a hall and they share a meal, play games, all the cousins come and everything. It's amazing. And obviously, this last year never happened.
Yeah, of course.
So, like you're saying, I completely get that sharing the meal with the family, and I think we're actually hoping to do something over the summer, and it'll be amazing to do it. So I completely get it.
That'd be
family.
sick.
Family is key, man. Family can be key.
100%. Now we're gonna bring this bad boy home in a really nice way.
Yeah.
Now this is on a very different topic, and it's very in line with motivational moments.
MM Talks.
MM Talks, baby.
Let's go.
Now this could be famous or person.
Yep.
But I have a question for you.
Yep.
Who do you go to for motivation? Who's the first person you go to if you want to feel motivated? And I'm gonna give you some time on this one because I know.
I have it, but I need to word it.
Okay, we're gonna give the king some time to put some words together.
So, 2011, June 13, the day I lost my mum. And before then, me and mum used to share mad conversations. Mum be like, yeah, we're going to set up an Airbnb here. Not Airbnb, but this time my mum was just talking about we're going to set up a bed and breakfast in Greece because we used to go to Greece all the time. My mum took me to Greece like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So we kind of knew it. And she said, yeah, she's going to get out of it. And even, I'm talking about when I was 11, when I was 10, my mum was talking about moving to Australia. She took me all the way to Australia and I loved it. And she said, yeah, eventually we're going to go. Eventually we're going to go. And it's crazy, like, 10 years on, and I still look to the sky now and say, Mum, watch me do this.
Yeah.
So for me, my key motivation is there because my mum got me through my bad times when I was angry all the time, to the times to get me my first job.
Yeah.
So my motivation will always be there because my mum showed me through her being here to not being here what life can offer.
Yeah.
So my motivation will always be there, man.
Wow. That was beautiful, bro. And like, I appreciate you sharing that moment with me and with us because that's so personal and it's so deep and yeah, I don't even have words. Like, I'm just lost for words, bro.
Yeah, well, that's I tell people all the time, find that thing that keeps you going.
Yeah. Find your why.
Yeah, and really, that's what I keep telling people is like, I say all the time, you don't know it hits you until it really hits you. Is that people can say all the time, oh yeah, I know what it's like to lose someone close and lose this or lose that, or it's not. Sometimes it's not even the fact of losing someone. It could be losing something.
Yeah.
But until it hits you, when I mean it knocks you for 6, and you're at the point where you could be standing at the edge of the platform, you could be standing on the bridge and thinking like, today's the day when I'm done with life.
Yeah.
And it's that person that comes back to you and say, what are you doing? Like, life ain't like this. And I think until people get to that moment in life where it's that turn where you go, you know what, life is a beautiful thing no matter what.
Yeah.
Just because today's a bad day doesn't mean that you're not going to survive. Because I tell you now, you woke up today. I tell people all the time, you woke up today, so go and enjoy today because you might not even make it home.
Yeah.
But so many people will go, oh, this or that, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just happy to walk right now.
For real.
Because you don't understand, tomorrow you might wake up and you can't even get out of bed.
Yeah.
So it's so much to be motivated for, but too many people see the things to be demotivated for.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's literally it, bro. What about you, man? Come on, man.
Bro, so it got real emotional. And bro, you know what? It's gonna stay at that level, bro. The person I look to for motivation, yeah, and I'm happy we got the camera recording for this, is you. Bro, genuinely, it's you. Like, there's not a time in the week that I feel more motivated than when we're in the same space. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's been that way since I first met you, bro. When we was back playing Warriors football in juniors, bro, that's what it was. Like, if I wasn't the guy talking to the people, you were the guy talking to the people. Do you know what I mean? And we were those vocal leaders. And we've been that way from the jump. And like, when we're together, that motivation, that fire, that energy, that drives me, it's loudest and it's biggest when we're together and when we're moving forwards and planning. So the person I look to most for motivation is you, my bro. And that's why I think we're so blessed to be in this moment. And that's why I think the people are so blessed just to hear your voice. Because when you're sharing these moments and you're sharing this with people, it's incredible, man. And I appreciate you for it. So thank you.
And bro, I think, like, you know what, I think I made so much family from the Warriors that I remember it was, I must have gone up just to juniors. Was it juniors? I think I gone up to juniors football when Mum passed away. And the player that I think I first saw that day doesn't even play for us no more. And it was, they used to call him, I think, what's his name? And Anthony used to be, like, big dude, real big dude, still big now, yeah. And I remember I was late to practice and I ran onto the field, got ready, and I got straight on the O-line and lined up next to him. And he goes, bro, I'm sorry. Like, sorry to hear what happened, but you know we got you.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't remember what came over me, but I just knew that this is the place I need to be right now.
Yeah.
And it was mad. Like, I just knew like I was with my brothers then, and that was like, yeah. So, yeah, thank you for that, man. But I just, you know what? I just try. In my head, I think like, you know, you just got to keep going. Like, that's all it is. I tell people all the time, just keep going. And people say, but how? I said, listen, because if you stop, it all stops.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. Like, you can't stop. So, yeah, man, just keep going through life and then just wait and see the rewards at the end.
Bro, that last 10 minutes there, that needs to be a piece on its own, and definitely that needs to be chopped up and put on a video, because the gems you dropped there, ridiculous. That's a book in itself. So I think that's the perfect note to finish on, if I'm honest. Like,
we wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap this up. So moving slightly on from a very beautiful and emotional finish, what are you most excited for next week, bro?
Well, wrapping it up. Monday.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to send me that message, say, yo, bro, this is it. I'm like, oh, let's go. Yeah. So when we see that, that'd be great. I've got to work very hard because I've got to send a big letter in to finalize something. And people, on the first or second podcast, I said I was 2 letters and 6 months away from getting to somewhere. I'm not going to repeat what I said. You're going to have to find back and see what I said. I have got the first letter. I'm about to send the second letter. Now, once that second letter is sent, it's all about the response. And once the response is there, just beware.
Once the response is there, just beware.
Yeah.
Hey, dropping bars. We dropped Kanye
it.
West. He said, let me drop some of my own. I love that, my bro.
Yeah, so that's it. But what about you? What are you looking forward to this week coming up, bro?
Oh, wait. Well, first of all, Monday, like you said, there's a very special meeting that I'm going to have. And after that meeting, I'm going to send you a little something, and we're going to potentially be talking about moves in our future that are 10 years ahead. So that's very exciting there. Also, I'm very, very excited to get more physically active, bro. I plan to work out and train and run at least 5 to 6 days in a row next week.
Nice.
I'm going to be active and I want to feel my body push to its limits. So I'm very excited for productivity that we're going to be creating, but I'm also very excited for the physical productivity and the limits that I'm about to reach. So yeah, that's what I'd probably say.
Yeah, bro.
I think we done did it. I think we just dropped a gem of a podcast, and hopefully you guys think too. Yeah. Share, shout out, comment, all of the business. You know what it is.
All of that. It was personal. It was great.
Yeah.
And guys, we'll see you next week.
Let's get it. Peace. Boom. Fabian, what do you think about a podcast? How do you think you did in a podcast?
You know, man, we just share those gems. We share what we're doing.
Yeah.
Love this. Absolutely love the journeys that we're going on, and I hope you lot all enjoy what's to come.
100. That's 100. Hey, sir. Excuse me, sir, in the background, Mr. Ethan. What are you thinking out of the podcast? What do you think? How are you doing over there, sir?
What a way to end it.
Yeah, facts.
On this Friday, at the end of the week, to hear such powerful words from the both of you, sharing love, sharing energies, getting deep. The people are blessed to witness and listen. It's a good episode.
Lit. And well, that's way too much face there. Yeah, it was crazy. It was incredible. This man right behind me, Mr. Fabian, he dropped some absolute killers, some gems. So this is the outtakes. This is gonna be going somewhere. But yeah, we're feeling fantastic. We're feeling energized and amazing. I hope you guys are feeling too. Let's go.